Hey guys, meteorologist Doug Henning. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday so far. More thunderstorms out for this afternoon, evening into the overnight hours. On today's YouTube video, we're going to cover what that means for you. And then also more thunderstorms on Monday. We're going to cover what that means for you. And then we'll look at the rest of the week. But we're mainly going to focus on the next couple days, especially tomorrow. I'll really dig in to the 4th of July holiday weekend. Sneak preview the rest of the week after Monday. Mainly kind of hot, fairly dry, but some thunderstorms start to sneak back in as we head into the holiday weekend. But of course, like I said, we'll dig into that a little bit more. Huge shout out Superior Roofing and Construction. If you've had severe weather this spring, which most of us have, make sure you give them a call. They'll get you hooked up if you have some roofing needs across the region. All right, severe threat, level 2 threat out of 5, most of Kansas through Kansas City, all the way down, including Pittsburgh, just north of Joplin, central Missouri. And this is due to a couple bands of thunderstorms. So we have one band that is kind of working through the Central Plains right now. We have another band that is going to develop out toward the west later on tonight and drive off toward the east. Zooming in, thunderstorms, southeast Kansas, west central Missouri. Now, most of these, this big cluster right through here, so most of these, let me get it a little straight, are kind of going like this, kind of east, maybe a jaunt to the southeast. But anything that forms out across southeastern Kansas will drop into Joplin and Springfield later on this evening. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So again, some of these storms strong to severe. If we have anything strong or severe, the main threat here is going to be gusty winds and large hail. So we're talking quarter-size hail, winds at about 60. But still something that has my attention that I want to pay attention as we go through the afternoon. Cluster dropping through southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri. Here's about 4, 5, 6 p.m. and then working into northwest Arkansas once we get to about 6 or 7 p.m. But still some of these guys strong to severe at this point in time. And then we'll start to focus what's going to happen out toward the west. More thunderstorms, which will develop western parts of Kansas later on tonight. Look at them getting going. Goodland, Dodge City. So here's midnight. Let me take you into the early morning hours. Here's 4:30 in the morning. Storms west of I-35 along and north and along of I-70. And then these dry beats. So here, a very loud start to the morning. So Kansas City down to southeast Kansas, Joplin, northeast Oklahoma, thunderstorms working through. And again, some of these could be a little bit stronger. As we go through your Monday, most of the storms will start to set up along and south of I-44 as we get into Monday afternoon. You can see this wind shift line. So we have northerly winds here, we have southerly winds here, so we have a front draped through the region, and that's why most of the storms on Monday will kind of fire along and south of I-44. However, anything that does get going on Monday afternoon could also be strong to low-grade severe main threats, some gusty winds, and also a little bit of large hail. These storms drift south and east, so here's 10 p.m. on Monday. Then we set up to see some nicer weather as we go through the rest of the week and then heading toward Wednesday, Thursday. So getting ready into that holiday weekend. Of course, like I said on tomorrow's YouTube or later today, we'll really focus on that. Today, I really wanted to focus on thunderstorms today and then also on Monday. Rainfall amounts, we have to see where the heaviest really kind of lines up. The areas that get into those bigger storms, a lot of areas will pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of rain as we go through about the next 24 hours. All right, guys, I'm going to keep you updated.